luxurious, beautiful, stunning diamonds. An element of luxury for centuries to go. An element that any time of day, year, brings happiness to so many. It's been a known fact that diamonds heal. For centuries, people have believed that diamonds have healing properties against depression and fatigue. Is it really true? I don't know. It is up to you to make a diamond worthy or not. But in today's video, we're going to talk about conflict-free stones. What are conflict-free diamonds? Ethically sourced diamonds. Why we have some of the conflict-free diamonds sold in our store, and what are they? Why are they more expensive? And just in general, can we tell the origin of the diamond or not? Question that everyone wants to know an answer to. My name is Margareta Skypen, and I hope you click that button and subscribe, because we do videos twice a week. There's simple videos on jewelry basics and on topics that interest all. Let's go and talk about conflict of interest and ethically sourced diamonds right now. Diamonds are formed over 3 billion years. Some are shorter, some are more. But it is incredible that to get a diamond, the earth has to work so hard. What we don't know is that mining is a huge business. When or if you ever came across footage from minings, they are not as pretty as diamonds are, unfortunately. People get ill, people get injured, just like on any other job site, except worse, because some of these come from very poor countries with very poor standards and poor mentality of workspace and how workspace should look like, unfortunately. So, where do we get these conflict stones from? It's no secret that conflict stones refers to Africa, or stones that come from Africa most of the times. But what conflict stones really means is that the stone comes from a conflict area, an area where maybe children had to work in order for you to get that beautiful diamond. People had to work under conditions that were not normal or not standardized, injured, and that's where the blood diamond terminology came from, is because there are people losing blood over you having this beautiful diamond on your finger. A lot of people don't know this, a lot of people don't think about it, but it is the truth, and we might as well know it. So, what does conflict-free means? And I know by now you've heard the terminology Kimberley Process. Kimberley Process is supposed to be a process that allows diamonds coming into the United States of America that are non-conflict. Of course, just like in any big business, there are a lot of gray, shady areas, which I'm not going to go into. But I'm going to say that yes, we have diamond suppliers that are showing us Kimberley certificates that are saying, look, I have a Kimberley certificate, my diamonds are conflict-free. You can buy from me with confidence and know that they are conflict-free. For some of my clients, that is enough, and they're only looking to get diamonds that have a conflict-free certificate or a Kimberley Process certificate. However, for a lot of my clients, that's not enough, and the reason it's not enough is because we all know in today's world, a paper is a paper, and even though it does exist, there might be things that go into that that are not as simple as showing that paper. If you are like some of my clients that want a conflict-free stone that they can be sure it's conflict-free stone, then today, it's 2022, there's only one way, and only one way to get a conflict-free stone, and that is to get a Canadian diamond. As you know, we have a studio in Canada and a studio in Miami, and our Canadian office is heavy on Canadian stones. We buy a lot of Canadian diamonds, we sell a lot of Canadian diamonds, and I love Canadian diamonds. And it's not because I'm a Canadian. It is because It is the only place in the world where the standards are actually good, where the stone is actually conflict-free. It comes with certification, it comes with booklets, it comes with laser on the girdle of the diamond so that you can be sure your diamond is Canadian. It is also a beautiful diamond, and the mines in Canada are so phenomenal and are so environmentally friendly that after they do the mining of the diamond, they have to get the space to the same look as it was before, which I think is very, very, very incredible that they are being so mindful of this to keep the mine before and after exactly the same way. As you know, mining is no joke, and the space looks quite out of shape when they dig those diamonds out. So it's a big deal that they cover everything up and make it pretty. So if you are in the market for conflict-free diamonds and you want to be 100% sure, buy Canadian. And I think I've said that in many of my videos because I don't quite understand why some people come to me and say, I want conflict-free. And they're like, let's go for lab-grown diamond. And I'm always like, what happened to the Canadian diamond? Because it's also conflict-free and natural. But that's just my 5 cents on this topic. I'm a big believer in Canadian diamonds. I'm a big believer in natural diamonds because I think they hold value, and I think they're a great investment to pass down your generations. You just have to be knowledgeable enough to buy it right. What are some of the other conflict-free options, you ask? Lab-grown diamonds are obviously conflict-free because they're made in laboratory. So if you are shopping for a diamond and you don't care whether it's natural or lab-grown, and you don't want to spend the big dollars for a natural diamond, because Canadian diamonds are more expensive because they have the origin that's clean and because they're conflict free, and everybody knows that in the whole world. So if you don't want to spend the dollars for natural diamond, my 5 cents, go for lab grown if that's important to you. If lab grown diamond is important to you, and the reason I'm saying is important because you could go for conflict free other stones such as moissanite, sapphire, ruby, tanzanite, and so on and so forth. But if you want a diamond specifically for its shine, white color, or whatever, then go for lab grown or moissanite. Both of those are also conflict free and a great alternative based on your budget and what you're looking for. I have a video that I've made on lab grown diamonds, pros and cons, and it's going to be right here so you can take a look and see for yourself if that's something for you or not. I know that many of you feel like you should get only ethically sourced diamonds, and while I respect that, I want to remind you that for a diamond to be ethically sourced, we need a paper that says that it came from ethically sourced mine, which again, we're going back to Kimberley. Most of our suppliers that we work with are able to give us that certificate, and we have the peace of mind that we are dealing with diamonds that are ethically sourced. A lot of the smaller diamond suppliers, especially the ones that sell tiny diamonds, just don't have the capacity to show that certificate, or don't have the company large enough to show that, or maybe they're resellers. So I want to be frank when I say that diamonds in general are very, very gray. If you're so socially responsible that you're like, I can't live with having a diamond on my hand that possibly could be conflict or not ethical, then I would suggest to you right now, do not believe any of these wonderful stories about finding out origin and all this fun stuff. And just understand that if you're so socially conscious, then the only option you have is either a Canadian diamond or a lab-grown diamond, or a moissanite if you're looking at similar sparkle and white material. Those are your only choices. You cannot do anything about that because, and I'll tell you why. Origin of the diamond is a big deal. Most of my clients come and say, Rita, I love my 1 carat diamond. Can you tell me where it's from? And the answer is no. And if you go to the next jeweler, the answer will still be no. And if you go to a laboratory, such as GIA or any other gemological place, the answer will still be a no. and I'll tell you why. No one can tell you what the origin of the diamond is for 100% unless they have or you have the documents for it, which most diamonds don't come with. So if you have someone that tells you these are conflict free, these come from that area, and it's a conflict free area, and I know that's the origin of the diamond, they are lying to you, because none of us specialists know the origin of the diamond. Please, we've been through this topic thousands of times, and I still get clients that say, I want to know where my diamond came from. You can't. If you really, really, really want to know where your diamond came from, you will either get speculations. And I didn't say that you can't have speculations. I just believe in either white or black, truth or no truth. So yes, if you come to me and say, can you tell me approximately where it came from? Yes, based on the characteristics and the stuff that's happening inside your diamond or on the inclusions, I can speculate based on other factors, such as fluorescence and so on and so forth, and the color. I can speculate where the diamond is coming from, but that is a speculation, a professional expert opinion, if you will. It is not the true origin. And if you go to GIA and actually raise that topic with them, they have a lot of information on GIA on this, even they can't. Part of the reason is because when the rough diamond is formed, it has a lot of characteristics that are then polished away. You could tell the origin of the diamond that's rough a lot easier than you could of a polished material, because once you polish off a diamond, you're polishing off the characteristics that are telling you where the origin of the diamond is coming from. One of the reasons the GIA is so standardized in such a high quality certificate is because for every GIA certificate, you get approximately 3 people that will look at the stone, and they have to agree in order to put the 4 C's onto the certificate. And so even the GIA won't be able to tell you the origin, because once again, they will be speculating. And although if you get 3 experts and 2 of them say it's from one area and 1 says it's from another, you can still kind of bet and say, okay, it's 50% that the origin is from this area. And it's the same thing with you going to different gemological centers. I have seen clients that came with 10 reports from different places, and they specifically wanted the speculation on the origin, and it came back different almost every time. So out of 10, you'd get like 5 that are similar. So you put 2 and 2 together and realize that's probably the origin. But all of these things are, again, speculation. I'm not a big believer in speculation. So if you want to know 100% where your diamond came from, 100%, the only way in today's world to do it, and it's 2022, like I said earlier, is to send your diamond to Gubelin. And they're the only ones that do this certification on origin today. They have the machinery that's millions of dollars to be able to find that out. They have experts that can find that out, and that's the only way to find out the real origin of your diamond. Why doesn't anyone do that? Because it's very expensive. It's about $2,500 to $3,500 just to find out where your diamond came from. I have had clients that did it. They loved it. It was something they really wanted to know. But again, if your diamond costed $6,000, to spend $3,500 on a certificate might not be an option you want to take. So you are left with speculation. For example, a lot of pink diamonds come from a mine called Argyle. And most professionals can tell that they come from Argyle because the color is just so different. The way the Argyle mine has been done, and the way the diamonds have been formed at Argyle is a bit different from others because of some of the natural things that have happened to make the color different. So the pink diamonds that come from Argyle are actually known to this day, and most professionals can tell you that that's a pink diamond from Argyle, even if it has nothing on the diamond, and that's because of the distinctive pink color and the intensity of the pink color. So some of the things like that we know in the industry, but that's very, very minimal. So if you are out there and you want conflict-free, go for Canadian or for lab grown, as we talked before. It's Margareta Skypen on ethical diamonds, conflict-free diamonds, and the origin of the diamonds. I'll see you in the next video.
I was at the wrong place at the right time, 'cause suddenly there you were with those bright blue eyes. We were conversing at